Right, so before this video even starts, fellas, a word of thanks to David Sterling in Northern Ireland. His YouTube handle is Dave Sturl. Some of you will know him, and some of you who know me know that I have nothing but respect for David. The stuff that he's put out in the last 14 months-ish, whatever it's been, he's been producing some stuff for YouTube. Been a tremendous learning experience for me, to be quite honest. Dave is a brilliant instructor as well as a very, very clever fella. There was an occurrence a couple of days ago. Some of you will know what I'm talking about, but just first things first, greatly appreciated, Dave. I really do appreciate it, and thank you very much. Again, that's all I can really say. Okay, so on with tonight's video, boys.
Oh, yes sir. Look at this. I'm super excited. I get to play with my Vpecker. Who wouldn't be excited, right? So this came in the mail today, boys. I think I might have mentioned I've been expecting it, the Vpecker. I am a complete rookie on this thing. Green as grass. I don't know what I'm doing on it, but I thought I'd give you a quick look at it. So I've already loaded all the vehicles that are there's even a remote chance of me working on, and even a few. I think the likelihood of working on that is slim to none. But I basically downloaded everything with the exception of some European stuff and some Chinese stuff that we will definitely not see here in North America. No anytime soon. Well, no anytime soon anyway. So as usual, boys. There we go, the usual. I'm in my Vitara at the moment, so I'll just give you a quick look. Let me take a look here. Actually, let me back up for a second. And the reason I wanted to show you this is the first thing I did when I got this all loaded up, and I suggest I'm not going to go through it. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel here, boys. If you want a good review on how you set it up and how it comes in the box and the instructions and all that stuff, I'll spare you the pain of that, of just repeating it. But if you want to check out all those details, go to JL's Auto Solution. You've heard of me speak of his channel before, a young fella near Montreal, I think, in Montreal, and he's got a couple of good videos on this. He's actually the fella who put me onto this product, so thanks so much, Jeremy. But when I first opened this, one of the first things I did is go at the function list, because you'd think that would give you an idea how you can do some stuff. See the notation there, special functions. Okay, so I guess with the fuel injection system you can maybe do an injector drop test or something like that. I don't know, I'm guessing. I haven't been into the Acura, nor do I really care, to be honest. But when I went to the Suzuki, let me scroll down here. As you boys know, I'm all about the Suzuki SX4s and Vitaras. I came down a Suzuki and I read through all the details and my heart sank, because no special functions. I took that to mean there's no bidirectional control, no bidirectional testing available. Not true. Not true. Let me step you into the vehicle here and I'll actually show you what I'm talking about. So back to Asia, Suzuki. And my Vitara's 2011. I guess I'm grossly out of date, boys. What can I tell you? We'll go into the diagnose function. We're basically in the diagnostic function here, this particular mode. I couldn't even tell you what all these icons mean yet, boys. I have no idea. Full disclosure. Let's go for auto scan and diagnose system, and it's going to pull up the modules that the software actually sees. Oh, I should have at least gave you the basics. There's basically the VCI, which couples with a, sorry, I can see it's in darkness, but you can see the blue light. And this is the Wi-Fi version. So anyway, back to this. Here's the module that the vehicle actually sees. So let me give you an idea here. Body control module, right? It actually has a Canadian specification. And you can see here, read DTCs, clear DTCs. Well, virtually the cheapest of cheap scan tools will do that for you. So no screaming hell there. Data list. This is quite an enhanced data list compared to my Autel MD802. There's a bunch of stuff on here that wasn't coming up on the body control module of my little scan tool that you guys have seen me use in the past. So there's some quite an enhancement in that list itself. Let me just go back, and miscellaneous tests. So there is in fact some bidirectional controls. Is it going to be very useful for me? I don't know. I guess it's nice to be able to control my dome light through a computer, right? But you can see here, it gives you the option that you turn it on. I'll bring you up to the dome light before I turn it on. There you go, look at that. Unbelievable, huh? So it's actually on and off. Look at that, fancy bidirectional controls. No, I don't even need to touch the dome light switch. So, you know, I've got that going for me. Of course, you can see all the parameters there, guys. Let me just, let me back up. Let me back up here. Get out of the module here. Sorry, as I said, I've only just plugged this thing in. I don't really know what I'm doing. I've got no business making a YouTube video, to be honest. Okay, so there's all the modules that the system actually sees. As I said, we were in body control module. I'll just give you a quick look at the ABS module, ESP. My vehicle is a 4-wheel drive, data list, and you can see there is quite a selection of stuff actually there. Let me just click on one, and then you can pull up obviously multiple. I'll just pull up one to give you a general idea. So I'll just step on the brake pedal. You can see we're in the data stream now, right? And it actually gives you a numerical value, or you can click on it, come down and click wave. I guess that's a Chinese word for a graph. And you can see I'm stepping on the brake pedal. I'll ramp up the pressure, and you can see you can actually get the parameters, the PIDs, in a graphic format as well. And I'll slowly ramp it down. I'm trying to slowly ramp it down, and you get the idea, right? So yeah, pretty good. So far so good. There's some record functions that I know nothing about. I'm sure Jeremy can probably tell you a thing or two about some of them functions. Yeah, so there's all the modules. I guess it would make sense to show you guys the data list, what's available. Quite a bit more than the just the global OBD2. Quite a bit more. Is it up to a Suzuki scan tool, factory scan tool? I don't think so, but that looks like quite a significantly longer list than what was on my MD802, as I had mentioned earlier. So there you go, boys. Musical recommendation for tonight: The Clash, Joe Strummer and the Boys, of course. All of these albums, you cannot go wrong with any of them. Not shown there is Black Market Clash. That was another one of my favorites. Seen them in Toronto on this tour. Picked up the Clash a bit later in their career because I was too young otherwise. But yeah, seen them in Toronto twice on Combat Rock and Cut the Crap tour, if I recall, going back decades. But yeah, you cannot go wrong with any of them. Sadly, Joe Strummer dead seems to be a theme with the bands that I'm interested in. Still am interested in after decades. But yeah, you can't go wrong. Check them out. London Calling, a classic. Obviously, I need some time to read up and study on the specific sub-functions that the rig actually offers. But so far, so good. I'm pretty much an idiot when it comes to loading software, and you know, I'm all thumbs when it comes to setting up Wi-Fi detail and stuff like that. But amazingly, I didn't even have to get my wife out of bed to deal with this. She usually comes to my rescue on issues of Wi-Fi and all things router and stuff like that. But pretty straightforward. I was pleased with that. No issues with loading the software for the particular vehicles. That all went quite well. Strangely, the Volkswagen Audi group software seemed to take as long as like virtually all the other manufacturers combined. And I'll leave it at that. Right, that's it, boys. Cheers.